got to do a story on the hip-hop fairy godfather of my life, Big Willie from Philly, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith, okay? And it was everything. I haven't interviewed him yet. Our time will come. But he's documenting his weight loss in the new YouTube miniseries, Best Shape of My Life.
I'm gonna lose 20 pounds in 20 weeks.
Come on, Will.
This whole weight loss journey for Will Smith started when he posted that picture of himself basically half naked. I mean, he had his underwear on, and he was kind of standing with his hands on his hips, showing that he had grown a pandemic belly and that he, lost some of the definition in his arms and the muscles that we all know him for. And it was such a cool story to get into because it wasn't just about his weight loss journey. The best shape that he got into was his mental and emotional state. I have been a fan of Will Smith since I learned how to breathe. From The Fresh Prince to movies like Men in Black and Wild Wild West to Ali. I mean, the list goes on. So I just have the utmost respect for Will Smith. So I'm doing all this. I'm doing my background research. And the first sentence I write is, Will Smith is a coward. And I stepped back from my keyboard. I said, well, who wrote that? Me, not me. I love Will Smith. Once I actually processed the fact that I was calling Will Smith a coward, I said, you know what? This is actually what Best Shape of My Life is all about. So I always, thought that Will Smith's family growing up was just aces. And to find out that there was some ugliness to the Smith household, that as a kid, he grew up considering himself a coward just due to some of the things that he witnessed in his household with domestic violence and abuse towards his mother. And all of the things that we love about Will Smith was all something he constructed at 8 years old to build around him so that we, the public, would never get a chance to see who he really is. And I think that I've done that a lot myself. I had to be lovable because I didn't want anyone to tease me. I didn't want to feel the pain of what was going on maybe in my family. And I didn't want to be ostracized because I maybe didn't look like everyone else. And I think that his story resonates with a lot of people, and being so open and honest. I mean, there was a trend after he shared that picture because so many dads had just kind of been like, hey, we're all going through it.
This is me, y'all.
Just finished my first session with Will, weight training. It's pretty great.
Connecting with Dexton, who was the mastermind behind this Best Shape of My Life series, was super cool. There were times where him being a journalist and going that extra mile rubbed Will Smith the wrong way, so much so that he ultimately quit at one point.
I don't want to do any of this. I'm finished with the best shape of my life.
But the next day, Dexton and his crew went to Will Smith's room.
I'm at a calorie deficit and I'm in here crying every day, writing a book, right? So I might not all the way be myself right now.
So Will let us in and has agreed to shoot.
And he actually thanked him for kind of pressing him because that kind of took him to his rock bottom, if you will, emotionally, and you can only go up from there. The story means everything to me. Just the fact that I got to do anything related to Will Smith almost brings me to tears because I really am a fan of his. I really am somebody who has looked up to him, and just the fact that I was able to share his story, it meant the world to me.